It's just a toy. It's just a toy. It's part of my Halloween props that I have for Halloween. Getting ready for the Halloween spooktacular. I'm so excited. And just as a little, because I'm making up a little box. So I thought, okay, for Halloween night as a prize, somebody will win it. And I thought, what can I put in there? So I thought, okay, I have a smudge stick that I'm going to put in there. So yay. And then I make these little, I guess they're like little charm bags. I crochet them. And then inside, when you open it up, I have, da, 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 da. Of course, I'm going to have to just like pause. Inside, I have a piece of salt rack. And this is great for ridding ourselves of negativity. So, if you're having bad dreams, bad thoughts, negative thoughts, throw it underneath your pillow. If you're having, money, financial issues, throw it in your purse. Get rid of all that negativity. And I put like little charms with little sayings on it. Isn't that cute? So I'm doing up a little prize bag, trying to figure out stuff to go into it. And I very rarely talk about subscribers, because the way I look at it is those who subscribe to me want to be here. And so, but I'm like nearing 9,000. So I'm like, come on now. My birthday's at the end of the month on the 28th. So let's try to get me to 9,000. Oh, I feel silly. See, I don't like doing that kind of stuff. But anyway, I am happy to be here, happy to see you guys. And the question that kept mulling over in my head, because let's face it, we've got, Donald Trump being Donald Trump. We have Giuliani being given to Donald Trump like a little cat toy, something to play with, something to distract him with. And, it's just a crazy, a crazy show right now. The reason that I came to think to do this reading in particular was because the other night, now let me just backtrack. I've been in a really good place. I've been feeling a lot of gratitude. I've been doing my 369, which is definitely reminding me about what is positive in my life, what things I'm looking forward to having manifest in my life, and feeling that positive feeling and feeling gratitude. And it's been really positively working for me. But you can't negate or forget that you're still human. And the fear of the unknown, the fear of COVID, the fear of how things in the world are just so upside down, left side, right. And I guess it needed to manifest somewhere in my life, and it ended up giving me a nightmare in which I dreamt I was in the garage. I was watching YouTube, and the next thing, somebody was breaking through the door, and four men in black with all these, painful instruments were coming towards me. I was so scared, I can't tell you. And my only thought was, oh dear God, this is going to hurt so bad. Because one had anyway, it doesn't matter. I can't go back into that dream because it was scary. But I realized that in my want to just be grateful and to think positively, I wasn't allowing my fear. I wasn't allowing some of my worries to be real, to be realized, and to acknowledge them and to put them in their place. So I'm sure I can't be the only one. So us together, we need to acknowledge our fears and put them in perspective, because, trying to push them to the side completely is not realistic in any time. So, even in the time of COVID, even in the time of such economic fears and everything else, we've got to do our best to try to keep as positive as we can, but still being as realistic as we can, because things aren't going to change if we don't see things for what they really are. So I thought, rather than reading on the actual characters, the political characters, let's look at the Republican voters and the Democrat voters. How are they going to feel come November 3rd? Let's see if we can tap into the energy that they're going to be feeling, because it's, we're literally weeks away. So I feel like the energy should be coming strongly to us. Okay, I gotta just chillax. But you know what? I think I might just take a break here for a second because I need to. Alrighty, so let's have a look and see how are the Republican voters feeling come election and how are the Democrats coming feel election. Because the reality is we're getting really close to election time, so let's read in on those energies and see how are people, how are the people who are actually going to be doing the voting going to be feeling. Let's have a look. So for the Republicans, right at the center, we have the hangman. So they have hit the wall. There's a feeling that the sacrifice of following Donald Trump, even though it went against their moral fibers, even though they knew they were doing wrong, but they did it anyway in the name of the Republican Party, I think they feel like they've sacrificed too much and now there's a complete loss of control. It's supported by the Four of Cups, so the people who were voting Republican were waiting and hoping for better. And what they have gotten offered through the election is not what they want. But the Four of Cups lets you know that there is an offer. So I'm worried about Trump trying to steal the election in the sense that, yes, we're getting out lots of people that are going to be voting Democratic. But it matters not if you win it matters not if you win the popular vote if you don't get the electoral college, and that's where I think Donald Trump is concentrating his energies. Like I said, they gave him Giuliani to play with. It's all about voter fraud, so that's a concern. But then supported as well by the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is also saying that the average Republican, not the ones that are the die-hard Trumpsters drinking hard the orange Kool-Aid, I'm talking about just a regular Joe Republican. They're going to have a change in which they're going to look at their party and want their party to reflect more their values. And their values are changing. They're less about money and more about being happy. This is the Republican of the future. So for the Democrats, we have the Three of Cups. This is happiness. This is like being happy, like with a good turnout. So the numbers are going to be high. But it's like there's a delayed happiness. There's a delayed getting together. I really feel that because it's under the hangman, and this is the sacrifice, the standstill, the back up against the wall by the Republicans, I feel that we are going to, unfortunately, sneak into November with the confusion that Donald Trump is going to cause. Now, it's supported by the Nine of Pentacles. So this is, you are going to have success and it's going to be hard earned and you are going to appreciate it all the much more because it wasn't given to you. You earned it. So I feel as though, yes, we're going to have Donald Trump and all his cronies causing issue. I mean, look, they've given Giuliani for Trump to have, to cause a kerfuffle. So they are going to do the confusion. They are going to do the misunderstanding. But we also see that there's going to be a positive win here, even though it's going to be delayed. And we also had the Page of Pentacles, which is letting me know that there's a strong ambition to move on, get on with the future. The future's bright. Which way do we need to go? This is letting me know that, they're moving on. They're ready for the future. You know what? Let's just have a quick look and see why do the Republicans have hitting the wall, the sacrifice, and then the Dems have a delayed happiness. Let's see what that's about. Starting, and we see the Five of Cups reversed. So right away we see that acceptance is going to be an issue. The only way to find peace is to separate. This is showing that Donald Trump, right up to the very last, is not going to be willing to accept. We run right into the Six of Cups, which is needing and wanting to move on from the past. And these are 2 cup cards, so there's a lot of emotion here, guys. Whether it's on Republican or Democrat, as an American, they're going to be feeling a lot of emotion. Then we're into the Chariot, so it's which way are we going? There's going to be a need for integrity. There's going to be a need for courage and for discipline and for the law to ensure that what needs to happen and the person who won, which is going to be the Democrats, actually take their rightful place. Then we have the Eight of Swords, which I will say worries me, because this is, this could be getting out of an imprisonment of your mind and body. So it could be a literal leaving of the mind and body to get away from that which is imprisoning you. I'm looking at this in the sense that this could actually be Donald Trump physically not making it healthfully to the end of his reign. Because this is swords, this is mental. This is completely losing your mind and actually needing mental help, mental help, needing the physician's help. I will say that, this doesn't necessarily mean Donald Trump, although I'm feeling, because this is a Donald Trump heavy feeling to this reading, that it is more than likely leaning towards him. But this is fearful to me because I feel like you may see a death in the White House of somebody of significance, especially when I go back. I'm pretty sure I did a reading in which I looked at the month of October, and I got the death card at the end of October. So I really, I keep getting these little nuggets through my readings, and I feel as though we have to be careful and put out good wishes for health, because I want to be wrong in this reading, that somebody, it won't be just, there's going to be somebody in and around the White House there's going to be a death at the White House, is how I feel. I don't like reading it, but I can't. I'm trying to work my way around. How can I say this without saying it? But because it's not specific to somebody, I feel okay to say it. But I'm really worried that there's going to be a death in and around the White House, or dealing with somebody significant to the White House. So, you know what? I'm not leaving this on a shaken note of blah. Let's look and see. Let's finish off the reading by asking for advice. Ask for advice. How do we bring people together when we are living through such divisive times? Because the reality is that whether it be, before, during, or after, at some point there's going to be an acceptance of the outcome, and people are going to have to look to one another and see, how do we mend fences? There's neighbors fighting with neighbors. There's family fighting with family. What advice can we have to bring us back together? So we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is letting me know that, hey, things are going to get better in time. Just let time do what time does. Heal. This is a time of knowing that, circumstances are going to get better, but they're not going to get better overnight. There's going to be a time where we're going to need that healing to occur. And during that time of healing, people are going to come to the realization that we need one another. People's time, experience, and thoughts and feelings are important. And through learning about that, we can do so much more together than we can separately. And through that, we'll see the change. But change doesn't happen overnight. We've got to be willing to feel the kind of all the hurts and pains that go through change. So that's my reading for today. And as always, I have our Unity candle lit for each and every one of us. Thank you for your time and holding my hand. If you would like to reach out to me or find out anything, all my information is in the description box. And until the next time we speak, cheerio. Take care.